Welcome to Happy Hour, brought to you by Best Damn Bookkeeping. Any quick hitters, anything, hey, as you're thinking about spending money on marketing, here's some things to be thinking about or looking for in the current vibe that we're in?
Yeah, and you'll love it. You need to know what your average ticket is, and you need to understand what you're willing to pay, and then share that information. So it's your cost per acquisition. What is it going to be at? Just a few KPIs you need to understand. What is my average ticket? What is my booking rate? And then you can figure out what your average cost per acquisition you're willing to do, and you can do some math. So for instance, if your average, I'm going to do easy math. I told you if I count past 10, I got to take my shoes off. But if your average ticket's $1,000 and your booking rate's 50%, and you're willing to pay up to $200 for that lead, that means I can pay $100 for the lead because I got a 50% booking rate. Just knowing those numbers will save you. You're gonna this economy we're coming into. Like I said, there's gonna be winners, there's gonna be losers. You can be a winner, but you have to have a plan. And understanding those KPIs is going to be all of what's gonna make that work. 100%.
We got you're speaking my language here because now we're getting into nerdy bookkeeping talk too. Our average ticket we got up in our window cleaning and pressure washing business. We're at about $600 average ticket, and we very intentionally set our acquisition cost threshold at $180 for a new client. And we know we're going to get a lot of repeats and referrals, and we're going to market the shit out of them. But I don't view that as an acquisition cost. We already acquired them. Now we just got to figure out: do they read their emails? Do they read their texts? Will they listen to our voicemail? But 180 is very intentional because I find, and I find this with a lot of our bookkeeping clients, is we can spend about 30% on a new client, and that causes us to make $0. And that's kind of my threshold. Now, lifetime value of a client, especially in a business where you can serve them over and over again, you can justify more. But again, this goes back into how much money do you need now versus how much money do you need later. And I was always able to sell to my wife that I'm okay making $0 now. And then we'll keep that client. We'll do a good job for them and we'll make money in the future. And so as long as we have about half of our clients are recurring or repeats, and half are new, really our marketing spend ends up being about 15%. And that the amount of new clients is always a smaller amount every year, not in terms of total new clients, but as our business gets bigger, more and more and more of our revenue comes from people that already know us,
right?
Which is awesome and affordable. But that also allows us to spend. I was looking at our billboards today. We spent $80,000 on billboards so far this year. That we wouldn't have been able to do that if we didn't have an awesome existing client base that we can bank on. And now we can try fun things and new things to go find new clients that don't know about us yet. But 30% is our threshold. That's mathematically intentional to make sure that we at least break even on a new client.
And your way of thinking about it is super refreshing. Some people don't think about it, but you have to understand the customer lifetime.
Hey, home service heroes. Thank you guys so much for tuning into our home service happy hour content today. I sure hope you learned a little something, and I sure as heck hope that it was entertaining. If you did find it fun and entertaining, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel for more cool, fun, entertaining business content. And speaking of which, stay tuned. There's a little more here and a little more right here. Check it out.